it's Michelle from the Stamp Doctor, and I am here to show you our One Sheet Wonder full die system. And this is my contact information. I'll post the link directly to the die system set for purchase in the comments. You can reach me at thestampdoctor.com, facebook.com/thestampdoctor, youtube.com/thestampdoctor, and there is my telephone number, which is also on the website. So just send me a message if you have any questions. Today I am so excited to show you the new One Sheet Wonder full die system. And what we have are 4 full complete sets of dies. My camera's a little close and I can't actually back it out, so I apologize. I'm going to turn it sideways so you can get the gist of the whole thing. So this is large die set number 1, and this is considered what we call the small dies set number 1. And they're going to come to you just like this. They're on magnet sheets, all indexed. So what indexing means is that when you take the die off of the magnet, the picture of the die is still there, so you know right where they go. And then they have a numbering system, and I'll explain that here in just a moment. Oh, these are actually out of order. And then these are the large and small sentiment dies with the extras. And then these are just the fun elements, just a ton of different decorative elements, a bunch of words, flowers, balloons, all different occasion stuff. So that's the set of dies. I just wanted to briefly cover that. Now, I want to show you, so for instance, if you've seen a One Sheet Wonder, you know you cut an 8.5 by 11 or a 12 by 12 or a 6 by 6 paper and you make multiple different cards. So this is one of the groups of cards that you could make. There's a gatefold, an offset gatefold, and these are just several of the ways that, whoops, that's a birthday one, that you could choose to make. Let me show you real quickly. These are the kits that you'll actually get with your purchase. You're going to get the papers, the sentiments, the dark colored solid papers that coordinate, all of this, and these are some of the options. You might choose to follow our sketches, or you might make up some of your own, and hopefully you'll share them with us. And these are the same layout, same sketch, but the cards look differently, and you can vary things a little bit on them. So here's the triangles with a square, or the triangles with an oval, but that's getting into like a lot more detail than what I really wanted to focus on, because I want to show you how you would use these dies. And we're just going to focus on the primary set of dies. So when you get your kit from us, and we have additional kits that you'll be able to purchase, we've got all kinds of themes that we're working on. You're going to get what we call a sentiment sheet, and then you're going to get 2 solid coordinating papers, and then you're going to get a primary background print. Okay, so that's what each kit looks like. And just to show you, I'll show you the kits that come with the set. It's a little harder to see from the picture. So here we have the Funky Flowers 1, and I have it packed this way, but I'm going to go in reverse. That's the Funky Flowers 1 print. And we coordinated it for your kit with the orange as the primary color, but you could also use different colors. And then here is your sentiment sheet. And the next kit is the Purple Posies. And the Purple Posies, there are actually 3 or 4 different patterns in this collection, as well as with the birthday, that you could utilize. But we chose this one, and we chose to go with the darker purple. And then here's the sentiment sheet. And then the Happy Birthday. Oops, got too many there. So the Happy Birthday, we chose to go with the cupcakes. We do have streamers and confetti and multiple different ones, and we went with the aqua, but you can see that you could pull out any different color of solid paper to make your kit a little bit differently. Okay, I need to pick these up because I need to use the kit below. And this is just the first little video. Lynn and I have scheduled a studio in Phoenix, well, Scottsdale, to bring you some more advanced videos, but this was just quick because we're waiting for our schedule for that. These are just an example. We have coffee sheets, we have chocolate sheets, we have chocolate paper. Now this is a one-directional, more of a horizontal, vertical print. And we'll be showing you how you can adapt your vertical prints. This is a chocolate print, but it's more omnidirectional. But I just wanted to show you that we do have additional kits available. And for instance, here's a set of cards with the chocolate. And these are just so much fun. I've made more cards in the several months that we've been working on this system than I've probably made in, I don't know, a few years, because they're just so fun and it's very addictive. So here's a sunflower set. And you'll notice on this card layout, I did use one of the dies that is an extra, but you could fill in, of course, with anything. All right, so let me show you. I am going to set 2 of these aside here. All right. So let me grab my larger dies. So your magnet's going to say large dies, and what you're going to have for your large dies is you're going to have one connected die. That means that these are all loose pieces. When we say connected die, this is your whole connected one-piece die. And I want to show you the difference between the dies side by side, because on the other sheet you're going to have this die still connected, but you'll notice that there is space between the cut lines here. So that means that these pieces are actually smaller. So if you learn to look at this, you'll understand that the die with the spaces between the pieces is the one that you would use for your print, and that the one that is all connected with no spaces, what's called common cuts, they cut on the same line for the 2 pieces, that's the one you're going to use for your solid paper. Okay, and to begin, you want to start from the back of both of your papers, okay, and you're going to center your die, and you're going to follow our numbering diagram, and I'll tell you a funny story someday about why the diagram's backwards, but we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just using a lead pencil. And then we have 5, 6, 7, 8. And these instructions and the numbering guide are included with your system. I didn't focus on all of the things that we would be including your system. We'll do an unboxing video. So let me slide that one over. So then you're going to repeat that here. And I just try to kind of stay like in the middle of the piece. So if the die shifts, you're not going to cut off your number, but I never have. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So it's important that we know what the pieces are. Some patterns, the way that the layouts work, the pieces need to be sequential. In some patterns it doesn't matter, but we still need to know what the numbers are. So that's how you would number it. And then what you're going to do is you're going to flip over the paper and flip over the die. Okay? And you're going to do that for both items. Okay? And then I'm going to grab one of my sets of plates here from my machine, and I'm using the Go Power, and I do sell it, and it is fantastic. I've absolutely loved it. And I'm going to use, so the B plate is the thicker plate, and I'm going to put that down on the bottom, and then the C plate is the thinner plate. And what we want to do is we want to place our cardstock and our die, and then we have stencil tape, which is an add-on item you can purchase. Some people use washi tape, especially when they get it on sale, like in clearance sections, and they don't like the pattern, they use it for dies. So I try to tape on the die itself off the paper onto the plate so that no tape connects to my print and rips my print off. Now my prints are, my printer is capable of doing 10.5 by 8. So that's what we made the dies to conform to that. So don't worry that the print doesn't go all the way to the edge. You'll be fine with that. Okay. So once you have it taped to the plate, you're going to put your other plate on top. And it really is best if you flip the whole sandwich over and then you put it on your base plate and run it through your machine. Okay, so now I have my thicker one on top. It won't bow as much because it can take more of the force, and it cuts better when it's upright, when the cut lines make contact upright. Also, it doesn't warp the dies as much. Some machines with as much pressure as they do, you'll see your die start to cup. And so this way the die is actually staying flat on the platform and the paper and everything is flexing, so you get less bend or less cupping of that. Then when your pieces are all cut and you take it out, they're all secured in here and they're not falling off on the floor. Well, if your tape sticks, they will be, but they're not falling off on the floor and you can keep them all contained. So that's how you would cut, and you would repeat that for the solid. All right. And I'm going to show you how much waste you end up with from cutting this way from these two pieces of paper. That's it. That's all the waste that we have from making those. And this could actually be kind of fun if you trimmed it. You could make it like a window, and I think that's, let's check it out. I haven't looked before. It's a little bit too big for an actual card front, but I know that we could do some fun, funky stuff with that. So what you're going to end up with from your cuts, and we also have bags. Now you have project pouches. Again, we'll cover the project pouches more in the unboxing video, but now we have all of our numbers on our pieces here. So there is our solid papers, and then in this baggie we have all of our printed papers, and they're all numbered and we know where everything goes. If this one will turn and come out of the bag. Okay, so then next you would repeat kind of the same thing with the sentiments. So I already have one set of the sentiments cut here in a bag, but I kept this to show you. I think it goes like this way. So this is 4 different quadrants, as we refer to them, of the paper. So you would get one of your sentiment sheets, cut it at 5.5, cut it vertically at 4 1/4, and you're going to end up with 4 quadrants. Now some of our sheets we're going to make multiple up, which means every quadrant will be exactly the same. So you would get all of these exactly the same. So if you want to do a swap or you want to make cards with specific things, we'll have some like that, and then we'll have ones where they are multi quadrants, if you will. Okay, let's slide these aside just for a second. And then for the sentiments, let me pull off my sentiment dies here. All right, so we have, I don't want to knock these off the magnet and drop them. So here is, I'll turn sideways for the camera, but here are sentiment dies. We have large sentiment die labeled and small sentiment die labeled. So large is always for solid or background. Small is always for print. Okay, so how this works, I'm just going to show you with the small one. And I kind of set my plates off. They're kind of buried now because I don't have a lot of room. So the intention is that you get all of these sentiments at once. So you're going to lay your die on here. Now, the different printers border differently, so as we go along we might be making digital downloads as well, and your printer might print a different border with the sentiments. So while the idea is that we got 4 to a sheet, it doesn't always perfectly line up. So sometimes you just have to eyeball and make sure, just, you know, this edge isn't touching. This is a little close, so I'm going to slide it over. Some of them we made them really large so that they do. They are very close to the edge there, but you still have a cut room off to the side. So pretending this is my platform, I would tape it to my die platform there, and then I would tape it at the bottom to my platform, and I still would reverse it. Okay, so this would be taped to the platform, put the lid on it, turn the whole sandwich over, and cut it upside down. Okay, and then you're going to end up with your 5 sentiments. So you have these pieces. Okay, and then you're going to repeat that with the large die and the 1/4 sheet of solid colored paper, and then you're going to get all of your matching shadows or layers to go with that, so that you have all of those. So that's how simply you cut the sentiments. The sentiments, I think, are my most favorite part of the system. I mean, I love this, and I love being able to whip out these cards, but I really love that we can print different things in here and use the sentiment dies. And then this is the waste that you have left over from the sentiments. So very little waste in using this system. Okay, and then actually these two, I'm going to give you guys just a little imagination thing. They would actually fit on top of each other to create a matting. So we'll be playing with that. You can see my tape slipped here because I barely caught the edge of that one while I was prepping. So for the entire group of 5 to 7 to 8 cards, depending on how you lay them out, that's the amount of waste that you have. And you didn't have to think, and you didn't have to measure, and you didn't have to go, oh, this one is a 2 by 2 and I need a 2 1/4 by 2 1/4, blah, blah, blah. Who wants math, right? So you do all of that, no math included. Then what you can do, where's my baggie of solids here? Okay, then what you can do is you can bag all of these up. So if you wanted to go to a crop, or you wanted to go to a friend's house, or you have a child in gymnastics and you want to take just like a little tray and some tape and assemble cards, I can take my sentiments and their matching layers and I can put them in the bag. And then it's okay to mix all of these because they're all numbered. It doesn't really matter. So I probably would have stuck those back behind and put them in first so that I could see which kit I had, but you know. All right, and so then I would add all of these pieces. Like I said, you could probably find, these are 4x6 bags, you could probably find them. They'll be available as an add-on on the website so that you could purchase a pack of 10 and then have them for kits. So this is a card kit, just like that. Now I go where, you know, I'm waiting in a doctor's appointment, somebody is at the hospital, whatever. I sit, I have my tape runner, and I put my pattern on my solid and my pattern on my solid for all my sentiments. And then like when I get home, I can put them on my cards, or I would prep my card bases. And again, that's part of the system for the project pouches, and we'll show that more with the unboxing. But anyways, so card kit in a bag. What I absolutely love about this is I have absolutely no room in here. I am so crowded in this little room that I have. It's 8 by 10, and I run the whole business and the crafting and the everything out of it. And I'm waiting to build a bigger room. And I love that I can take and prep all of these little things, and then I can put my dies away. I'm just going to put all of my dies back on their magnets, slide them back in the sheet protectors, and they're all safe. My desk area is all cleaned up, and I can just start taping pieces while I'm listening to music, or I'm watching a movie, or I'm chatting with someone on Messenger. You know, just there we go. All that's put away, and we just get to concentrate on the creation. So that's pretty much the intro, if you will, to the One Sheet Wonder full die system. And I will just leave you with an image of the gorgeous card kits that are so much fun that you are going to get with your system. And the link for the system is going to be down below the video. Alrighty, so please let me know if you have any questions. I apologize that my camera is a little too close. I need to be able to adjust that at some point for this large of an object. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you enjoy your system. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.